This is the high jump. They're getting underway. The bar now at 225. That's Protsenko of Ukraine, who last year was one of the men who did 240 plus. Hasn't been in quite got good form this year. Here is Barshim going well clear, as you'd expect from the Asian champion. A 2 meters 43 jumper at his best, Barshim. Grabats, 225 in the high jump, the Olympic bronze medalist. Nice start for him. They started at 220, and every competitor both entered the competition and cleared. Ricky Robertson of the Americas needed 3 goes, and we've had quite a number of men clear at 225 as well. But here is what attracted the crowd just before the start of that women's 400 meters. It's Eric Keenard of the United States. Clear at 220, here he goes at 225. No problem, that was the huge roar. It held back the 400 runners, I think, just a little bit.
Well, you can understand it. They've had 5 medals in about the last 15 minutes. Gold and bronze in the men's 8, silver and bronze in the women's 4, gold in the women's shot put. It's been an incredible half an hour for the American team.
Thomas very keen that these supporters, first in the back straight, now in the home straight, should give him every encouragement. Rhythmic clapping. Willie Banks started that way back. The first World Championships outdoors in 1983, he showed that. Thomas, high jump, 225. No, afraid not. So both Bahamas athletes have had 2 failures. 1 attempt left. Just to recap, we've had 7 men already clear at this height. Going up in 5 centimeter increments at the moment. The next height after this will be 230. Ricky Robertson for the US. Oh, disappointment for him. Quite a contrast here. He's 178 tall, and the tallest man in this field is 2 meters tall. That 2 meter man is Baniotis of Greece, who we haven't seen because he cleared on his first attempt. We'll pick him up, I'm sure, as the bar progresses. Not everything is golden for the US, but they've got a major contender, of course, in this lineup with Eric Keenard. Protsenko, 2, 1 chance left to stay in the competition. Protsenko, who was the bronze medalist in 2014. And he's still there. Good clutch effort there from the Ukrainian. Of course, of Ukraine, you think of Bondarenko, but Bondarenko's passing the indoor season, keeping all his energy focused on that outdoor season and the Olympics. So Protsenko, the one Ukrainian who's here.
And Wilson just deciding he wasn't quite ready there. Repositioning himself, he is allowed to do that.
Oh, he had the height, came down on the bar. No, he's out. Wilson, who cleared 220 on his first attempt, but couldn't manage 225. Donald Thomas now for his 3rd attempt at this height. World champion outdoors. Commonwealth champion, also Pan Am champion, so he's had plenty of success to look back on. Just asking for the support of the crowd. A lot of noise here as the competitors come out for the men's 400 meters. Back to that very shortly. First of all, we're looking at Donald Thomas. Yes, he's done it too. So it means we've just lost 2 men in the high jump, just Robertson and Jamal Wilson, as the bar will go up to 2:29. Donald Thomas here, 3rd attempt. As the high jump bar is now at 2 meters 29. This is Zhang. Brilliant season outdoors last year. No, not first time here. That happened during the 400 meters race. So just catching up on what's been going on there. No one yet clear at 2:29. Donald Thomas now. We saw him having trouble at 2:25, but went over well on the 3rd attempt. Now it's up to 2:29. Close. Now then, it's Robbie Grabat. Nice to see him returning to the form he showed in Olympic year. Quite at his best yet, but he's had a decent indoor campaign, leading into this his main target for this part of the year. Robbie Grabat, 2:29. Very strong head-on run. Oh, just tickles it off. Still no one who's got over. Marco Fasagnotti shares a coach with Grabats. He looks at the bar at 2:29. He set an Italian record earlier, although Tamberi has now taken that, taking it up to 2:38. Fasagnotti, who's done 2:35 this year, 4th ranked of the athletes in this lineup on this indoor season. This is his 2nd World Indoor Final. He was 6th in Sopot. So virtually identical run-up start from Grabats. Again, a head-on approach. No, still nobody over this height. High jump standards have just dropped a little bit. They had a wonderful year, of course, in with suddenly a whole series of men over 240 back in 2014, after some years in the doldrum. And at last there was a challenge to Sotomayor's world record, but neither Barshim nor Bondarenko, the 2 main stars, managed that then, or indeed last year when the standards dropped back a little bit again. Eric Keenart has been consistently up amongst the top men in the last few years. Only jumped 2:30 this year at his best, but he's won his 3rd successive US title just a week ago. Going back, of course, 4 years, he was the Olympic silver medalist. Keenard, 2:29. And the roar tells you all you need to know. He's the first man clear at that height, and he did it in style, and he's celebrating in style. Now, the young British athlete who's made such a big improvement this year, all the way up to 2:36. His pedigree is 4th in the Commonwealth and 11th in the European in 2014, so that gained him the international experience. But now he's up amongst the world leaders, beat Grabats to take the British title, at this height, in fact. Oh, close. And here is the favourite now for the high jump, Mutaz Essa Barshim, the tall man from Qatar. 2:29 the height, 2:29 successfully negotiated by him. So he becomes just the 2nd man to go clear on the 1st attempt at this height, after the American Keenard. And a good smooth clearance from the favourite. Now it's Zhang's 2nd attempt from the man who came through to take that world medal last year. Second attempt for Zhang. Yep, no problem. 2:29 successfully negotiated. A well-orchestrated series of manoeuvres.
What's that, a bit of Tai Chi?
We saw him in Beijing, we see him here. There'll be more to come, I'm sure. Now Protsenko, his second attempt at 2:29. Oh yeah, very good, because he needed 3 attempts at 2:25 and less trouble here at this height. This is Baniotis, the 2-meter tall Greek athlete. He's fine as well. So this is warming up here nicely at the high jump. 5 men clear, 2:29. British athletes will be next to come. Robbie Grabat, Chris Baker. And here is Grabat. Made a big breakthrough in 2012 at the Europeans and at the Olympics. Yeah, well, he's done 2:33 this year. He too celebrating. So, most of these men going on and over this height. Still some men who had 2 failures. Chris Baker now, the British champion at this height of 2:29, 2:35 earlier in the year, performing just in front of a big bank of British supporters. He's nailed it. Great roar from the crowd as they say, all the British track and field tours team are just next to the high jump pit there. And they appreciated this jump. Lovely jump. Well, certainly always lots of support for British athletics, probably one of the leading groups at any major championship. But first of all, look at this. Nobody else is like Tamberi, particularly in the way he wears his hair. It does tend to vary from meeting to meeting. Smooth one side, a bit rough on the other.
It's not going to catch on, Peter, don't worry.
Thank you. Well, you know, you're the style expert around here. So, Tamberi, Italy. Third attempt, 2:29. Oh, yes, and he'll celebrate. How dare you think I might not succeed at that? He has. So, we have lost, in fact, his compatriot Fascinotti and also Donald Thomas. They're out at this height, but we now have 8 men who cleared 2:29, and we'll go up now to 2:33. So, as I said, the bar now is at 2:33 meters. Andrei Protsenko. This would be a season's best for the Ukrainian. Plenty more to do because he's a little way back on the card at the moment, lying around 6th place. And cleared 2:29 on his second attempt, 2:25 on his third, as shown by that card there. Now then, back to the high jump. Some way to go in that event, but it's Grabats looking at the bar now at 2:33 meters, season's best. Oh, and he gets it. So he's the first man to do that height on his first attempt. Goes into the lead, therefore. Robbie Grabat of Great Britain. And in fact, a series of men have failed. Zhang, Protsenko, Baniotis, Keenard, Baker, Tamberi, they've all failed. So that leaves us with the last man in the jumping order, Mutaz Essa Bashim of Qatar. 2:43 man outdoors. It's been repeated just in low-key meetings this year in Sweden. in Malmo. Here he goes. Oh no, so that means he's got to jump higher to go ahead of Grabats. Every reason to think that he will. They've concluded, therefore, the first jumpers at 2:33, and only Grabats of the 8 men in competition has succeeded at this height. Zhang shown there as the next to go. Here he is, second attempt, 2:33 for the world medalist. Hasn't been competing so much this winter as some of the other men in the field. So maybe just that little bit rusty, we shall see. Second time clearances at the previous 2 heights. Zhang, controlled approach, up he goes. Oh no, nowhere near, I'm afraid. 1 attempt left for the Chinese athlete. Just Grabats over so far. Now then, still failures also at this height by Baniotis, and we can now pick up Eric Keenard. Just waiting for the bar to be replaced. The officials just clearing the way for the American, who's now ready and is now asking for the crowd for their support and getting plenty of it. He's just over in front of the crowd in front on the back straight. Eric Keenard, second attempt. Oh, what a roar there is here in the convention centre. What a roar, and that's why one of their favourites, Keenard, clear on the second attempt, joins Grabats, but of course behind him on countback at the moment. Keenard's followed out by Chris Baker, who made that huge improvement early this year to 2:35. Now his chance to show whether he can match that in a major competition. Rhythmic clapping around there. Chris Baker. Oh, I thought he got it for a moment, but no. And close attempts don't make any difference. And he's got 1 attempt left. 2 more jumpers to go to complete the second series of jumps at 2:33. First of all, the interestingly hirsute Gianmarco Tamberi. Gianmarco Tamberi. One bit of action taking place in the centre of the arena right at the moment. Accelerates into it all again, like Baker, who's so close, just taking off with his calves, I guess, on that occasion.
And here our athletes reach the top of the back stretch for their lap of honor.
While Tamberi has just failed there, just behind the high jump bar, we've got the heptathletes doing their traditional lap of honor. Now the man who's the favourite for the high jump, Barshim, his second attempt at 2:33. Oh dear. Well, I said he's the favourite, but he's got a problem. So he could have 1 attempt left, but is he fit enough to do it? Or will he pass perhaps that final attempt, and if he has got a jump left in him, take it at the higher height, because he's got to out-jump Grabats and Keenard now. So at the moment the situation is that Grabats leads, Keenard's second, and Barshim in fact is in third place because he had a clean card up to 2:29. though it's a surprisingly low level for the possibility of a medal going.
I think he was indicating, Peter, to the official that he's potentially going to pass to the next height.
That's the sensible thing, because if he has got a problem, then maybe it's just one jump. Third attempts at 2:33 now. Anyone who clears this height will move into medal contention. First of all, it's Zhang. No, hasn't looked tall himself at this height of 2:33, so can't replicate the magic of last summer and the moment when he did so well in Beijing. So it is Protsenko next. Back in 6th, needs this height. He's been there before, but again, we're seeing some very narrow failures. That was one of them. So he can't be better than 6th. This is the 3rd attempt then for Chris Baker at 2:33. Oh no, not quite. So close, so close. And on count back, he's going to finish in 8th, but he's made good progress this year, and he's not quite got it to his best this year, but he's nonetheless performed well on the stage with all the world's best. So Grabats on the 1st attempt, Keenard on the 2nd attempt at 2:33 in the high jump. And now we have Tamberi about to take his 3rd attempt, back in 7th place at the moment with 2:29. Only did that on his 3rd attempt, but he has done 2:38 this year, knows he can do it. Let's see how the Italian can respond. 2:33, 3rd attempt for Tamberi. Oh, he's done it. It's just trembling a little bit, but he's done it. He's moved into medal contention by clearing this height on his 3rd attempt. Just 3 men clear at 2:33, with Barshim passing his possible 3rd attempt with that little injury problem that he's got, reserving his jumping perhaps for one final attempt.
But they've got a replacement number for him, Peter. He ripped it off in the celebration.
He's still holding it.
That's good. Pins? Anybody?
Now there's Barshim doing desperate work on his calf there, his left calf. Oh, and his right, it seems, as well. Well, he's doing desperate work anyway to get himself into condition that he can take another jump. He's chosen not to do it at 2:33. He'll come in later. The bar will go to 2:36, and here we are with Tamberi at that height. Looks like he may have sealed the medal, depending on what Barshim can do. Can he go higher? Oh, he can! What a performance! It could be the gold medal winning performance for the Italian Gianmarco Tamberi in the high jump.
Well, tennis players sign the cameras when they have good points and win matches. Tamberi plants a kiss right on the cameraman's lens. What a jump.
He is an incredible character, and 2:38 this season, new national record. He was the man in form, but my gosh, he gave himself a scare early on, as you can see from the card. 3 attempts at 2:29. Now, this is a key moment.
This is indeed a key moment. And in fact, if Barshim clears this, he would go into the lead, because he's had fewer failures in the competition than Tamberi, but he needs to clear it. He's 1 attempt left. 2 failures at the previous height. Barshim. Oh, I thought he got it again, but no. So Barshim finishes outside the medals. He'll be in 4th place. Just a little bit of a turn up for the book. In the end, injury hurt him, and that happened at 2:33, but he gave it a real good go here at 2:36. So we now know the medalists. Tamberi is in the hot spot of leading with 2:36, and Grabats and Keenard failed their first attempts at this height. They will be coming out to take their second attempts. Grabats here. Well, he's matched his indoor best this year of 2:33. He has perhaps the confidence of knowing that is his very best outdoors. He has cleared 2:37.
And Robbie Grabat is now.
Sure of a medal. He'd just love to make it better than the silver at the moment that he's hanging on to. Having cleared 2:33 on his first attempt, Keenard on his second. Grabat, second attempt, 2:36.
And a good effort on attempt number 2.
One more go to come.
He is now left with 1 attempt remaining. There you see a wonderful shot of our medal podium stage set up at the highest point of Pioneer Courthouse Square. Folks watching the live coverage on the big screen. Again, we'll be down there just at the conclusion of this competition for our medal ceremonies, 10 in total. Live music. My producers upstairs tell
He's fought back so well, hasn't he, Peter, from that equal bronze medal in London. He's had such bad injury problems and bad luck, Robbie Grabat. But another medal is his, but the colour yet to be decided.
the results here in the men's high jump.
Same is true, of course, for Eric Keenard in the bronze medal spot. These are our top 3.
His second attempt at 2:36.
Keenard, this would be a season's best. The crowd going, oh. So we've got 1 attempt left for Grabats and for this man Keenard, with Tamberi sitting somewhere just watching on, already gone over 2:36.
Well, I tell you what, it's a special moment for all 3 of them. There's never been an Italian medalist in this event. Great Britain haven't had a medal since Steve Smith got the bronze. I think it was 2:37 or something pretty high like that back in 1993. And there hasn't been a better medal than bronze for the Americans since Charles Austin won the title in 1997. Great performances from all 3.
Yeah, before today, the best Italian placing was 6th in the final. And Tamberi's put that to one side. So here we come then for the climax of the high jump. Robbie Grabat has the bar in front of him at 2:36. Rapt attention from this huge crowd here. They're all, or nearly all, still here. So they should be. Robbie Grabat, last chance. Oh no, but he has the medal. Either the silver or the bronze for sure. So good to see him back in medal contention after, as Catherine has said, some fallow years. Congratulations from Tamberi.
As they both enjoy watching the replay there of that third and
Well, the crowd have stayed, and there was rhythmical clapping as well from a certain Mo Farah and his wife in support of the British athlete, which is good to see.
Well, I'm sure one of the great things of these indoor championships is just how appreciative they are of the field events, which generally, one has to say, have a higher quality fields anyway than the track events. Not to diminish the excitement we've had on the track, but these field events are super, nearly all of them. This high jump, no exception, as Eric Keenard now has the last chance to change the medal order. Keenard, 2:36, final attempt. Oh, the roar went up because they thought he'd done it. Perhaps he thought he'd done it, but no. It's that sort of slightly bitter taste, isn't it? You've got a medal, but it could so much have been more. Very, very close.
He hasn't stopped moving. Now he has. That was so close. It looked as though he'd done it. He just brushed it off with his calves. That was so nearly a great moment for the American. It
is
still
a great moment.
It still will be on the podium, but he was within a whisker of giving himself a chance of gold there. but I'm sure he'll reflect on a fabulous competition and a return to form, just as it is for Grabats.
And he will go downtown Portland for the medal presentation tonight and be able to celebrate in style there, I'm sure. And here's the man who's won the competition. Well, it's just a question of where he wants to go now, how high he wants to put the bar. Maybe he'll put it at, or will he put it, will he not? Perhaps he's not going to do it, I don't know. He could put the bar at 2:39 to improve his Italian record, or maybe he's going to settle for just taking it. Certainly the officials are in place to measure the high jump bar. They're doing just that now. So I think we'll see him try something else. He could go for 2:39, an Italian record. He'd go for 2:40, which is such a magic number, one could almost say, in high jumping circles. He could celebrate by shaving off half his semi-beard.
What do you think's clicked for him over this winter to suddenly get up to 2:38 and now be the world indoor champion?
Well, I wish I knew. He's undoubtedly had uninterrupted preparations. I think he has had over the years some injury problems, and he's put that behind him. He began to come through really in the end of last year, and he's had a good series of competitions this winter, and I think he's obviously having good coaching as well, but uninterrupted preparation is very important.
I know you're really interested, Peter, so looking into the reason why he has half a beard, he says, I like to be on a stage to entertain the audience.
He does that.
And he does.
He does.
It is a wonderful advert for track and field, and he's had a wonderful competition. And his relationship that he has with his father, who also coaches him, is paying dividends here in Portland.
Well, the indicator board is not showing us what the height is. It may be 240. Can't be sure.
I think it is. I think he passed at 2:38 and he's going for 2:40.
Yes, it is 2:40.
Yep.
Confirmed now, and everybody here is willing him on. They love to see great champions. They love to see great champions moving into new territory. This would be an Italian record. Good try.
Well, I tell you what, the celebrations for Tamberi Senior and Junior, coach and athlete, could be quite large this evening. I don't anticipate either of them going to bed early, especially if his dad's half as big a character as he is.
That's a thick double-crusted pizza right there in celebration for the Italian. It will be a super, super party. A wonderful, colourful character.
He's going to go crazy when he gets on that podium for the gold medal.
We look forward to seeing it. Now, Tamberi's got a little while. Just to recap, no, only 8 men have ever jumped 2 meters 40 indoors, and Tamberi hoping to become the 9th. The world indoor record, 2:43, Javier Sotomayor. Whole different generation, of course, way back in 1989 in Budapest. European record, 2:42, Tranhart and Ukov. Tamberi moving up to those gentlemen.
Nodding to the music, appreciating, one, he's got the stadium to himself, 2, he's in super form and the champion. And I think they're just putting out one of his favourite tunes, as you would say, Rob Walker, and now he wants the support of the crowd.
And look how many have stayed here to see him make these attempts. That is absolutely
and
brilliant.
they've all just stood up at his request.
Up on the back straight. Wonderful. We saw with the pole vaults on the first night just how appreciative they could be of really top-class track and field athletics. They love athletics in this part of the United States. It's been a huge success, and there'll be a roar if Tamberi can go clear on his second attempt at 2:40. And there's that, oh, when he can't. Well, one go left. Inevitably, the high jump ends in anticlimax. He's already done wonderfully well to take the gold medal, 2:36. Can he just add a little luster to that by this height as well? Not as close this time.
He certainly is a brilliant, brilliant showman, and he is the kind of guy who will attract more casual viewers to come and watch more athletics.
And of course, high jump is one of the events that people are now increasingly taken to city squares around the world, to having competitions, high jump alone, high jump with music, which have been popular for years in Germany, and now beginning to spread across more in Europe, and perhaps they'll have some more in the US as well. Pole vault is so dramatic when you see people attempting 20 foot above their own heads from close up, and the high jump is dramatic too, because watching guys go well over 2 meters 30, 240, 8 foot, it's a terrific standard of athleticism that's needed. And this is the last piece of action of day 3 of these wonderfully successful World Indoor Championships. It's the Italian Gianmarco out there exhorting the crowd to support him. He doesn't really need to. They're on their feet in the back straight. They're clapping all around this stadium. This is his last attempt to go into history with 240 in the high jump. Oh, that little stutter on the run up just before the bar. He's thrilled. He hasn't done 240. Doesn't matter. It'll come one day. What does matter is that he has won the gold medal in the high jump with his clearance at 236, and that's how he celebrates. So to recap, the gold goes to Tamberi of Italy, the silver to Grabats of Great Britain, and the bronze to Keenard of the United States of America. And there are the gold and silver medalists congratulating each other on a competition which has thoroughly thrilled all of us here in the convention center. And yes, thank you all in that stand over there who gave such support to him and to all the high jumpers. There they are, the trio. Keenard has joined them.
Well, the celebrations will go on for a little bit longer. And there is your world indoor champion in the high jump. Yes, he failed at that 240, but he's got the gold medal, the Italian, with his clearance at 236. No more.
The men's high jump gold medal went to Gianmarco Tamberi of Italy with 236, the silver to Robbie Grabat of Great Britain, and the bronze to Eric Keenard of the USA, both clearing 233.